Plaintiff Keisha Brister says she first met the defendant through her job, and as time went on, he acted like he wanted a relationship with her. However, after Keisha loaned him some money, she discovered he was playing several women and taking money from all of them. So she's suing him today for the unpaid loans. Defendant Eddie Henderson says from the time he met Keisha, she always wanted to date him, but he made it clear to her that he wanted to be nothing more than friends. Eddie claims on a trip to Vegas, Keisha even got in bed with him and tried to seduce him, but he rejected her advances. Eddie refuses to repay Keisha because he claims the money was a gift.
Tell me what happened.
Your Honor, Ed and I were good friends. I feel he took advantage of my generosity, my money, and me. I also felt that he misled me to believe that there was potential for a relationship.
Okay.
He presented himself as being single.
Give me some background on the relationship.
Ed and I initially met in 2003 as business colleagues. We had, of course, said that we were both initially attracted to each other, but he was in a relationship, and I respected that. When Ed found me in June
never
of
happened.
All right.
Okay.
When Ed found me in June of 07, I was then his client, and he took me out for a business lunch to catch up. And he mentioned that he had broken up with that girlfriend in 2006. So he presented himself at that time to me as being single. He then proceeded to call me babe, and you're my quiche, and I don't have any platonic friends that refer to me in such a way. So that's where I think he led me to believe that there was potential. We were initially talking business because I was his client. 2 weeks after that, he had lost his job and contacted me and asked if I can shop his resume around, being in the industry. So I shopped his resume around to all my colleagues and networks, et cetera, et cetera. I've even submitted jobs, at least 18 jobs for him in his stead as a friend. And then he had a lot of interviews, no placement, so I started feeling bad for him. I actually had a pre-planned trip to Vegas for my birthday. I invited him on, all expense paid.
Did he come?
Just to give him something.
Did he go?
Yes, he did.
Did you all stay in the same room?
Yes.
All right. Sir, let me hear your background.
Yeah, let me take it from the top and tell you what really happened there, Your Honor. First, like you said, we were business associates. Ever since I knew her from the beginning, you know, she would make gestures that she wanted to date me or get to know me more and that kind of thing. And
I'm sorry, Your Honor, that is not correct.
All right.
She wanted to be something more than just my, you know, coworker or my contact. So,
goodness.
Then, you know, long story short.
Ma'am, you did invite him to Vegas, didn't you?
Actually, Your Honor, there was going to be 5 people going to
but he
this trip.
stayed in you, whatever it was
and
going to
everyone
be.
backed
Whatever
out.
it was going to be. You invited him to Vegas and he stayed in your room. Go ahead, sir.
Right, and that's the one thing that she did say was true. There were like 5 other...
Up until that invitation, what type of friendship did you have?
Purely platonic. I was a shoulder to cry on, a friend. We talked, you know, we've been in the business for a while.
You never said that you were interested in her.
No, I made that very, very clear.
So why'd you go to Vegas?
I went to Vegas because my friends were going, as well as her 5 friends that she
Why didn't you
mentioned.
stay with your friends?
Well, on the way to the airport, this was the news to me, that my friends aren't going, and I don't have the money for a room for you.
So why'd you have to go? If your friends weren't going, why are you going?
I didn't have to go, but I felt like I made the commitment to go, and I said...
Commitment to whom?
To her. I felt bad. She didn't have any other friends, anybody else to really go, and I knew I was one of the few people she could talk to that wasn't like her family.
So only
I went.
you and she went to Vegas?
Yeah, her friends are supposed to meet us. I have 2 of my guys,
Right.
and I say, hey, the girls aren't going. And they're like, man, I don't want to do that.
This is all on the way to the airport?
All on the way to the airport.
Incorrect.
Call your guys and they say, well, I don't know, we're not going if her girls aren't going.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
how did we get to the conversation, or how did you all get to the conversation of you staying in the room with her?
Well, it kind of was laid out as though, you know, we would have a large room, that I wouldn't have to sleep in the same bed. We were friends, blah, blah, blah. I knew that she
What
had
type of room
attraction.
was it?
It was a suite. It was a.
Oh, it was a large room.
It was a large suite.
All right, so
room.
you didn't have to sleep in the same bed.
No, we did not have to. You know.
Did you?
She did climb
Did
in.
you?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, she did. Why?
Yes. If you didn't want to, you didn't have to. Exactly. Why did you?
Well, Your Honor, I'll tell you quite honestly, I slept in the bed by myself, and then she climbed in the bed and made every effort to sleep with me that she could.
Seduce you.
And I said,
oh my gosh.
No. I made up every excuse a woman ever gave me and said, hey, I've got a headache, I'm sleepy, I'm tired. Maybe when we get back home, everything else, because, you know, she's a cool person, but she's not my type.
Why didn't you just say, I'm not interested in you in that
We had
way?
already had that conversation, but at the same time.
So why didn't you remind her when she went to climb in the bed? Instead of telling her all these lies, why didn't you just say, didn't we talk about this? Didn't I tell you I wasn't interested? Why are you climbing in the bed? Instead, you told all these lies. I got a headache. Maybe next time. Maybe when we get back home.
Not at all.
I mean, she had the tickets. I was on her.
She was going to leave
and
you.
I hadn't started the new job
Where
that I got.
was she before she got into bed with you?
Well, let me tell you one thing. Before this happened,
you can answer my question.
Okay.
Before you think of a lie.
No, I'm telling you the truth.
Well, then answer my question directly.
She was in the bathroom taking off her wig thing.
And you went to bed.
Oh, that's
early?
real sweet.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before she came out the bathroom, how long had you been in the
30
bed?
30 minutes so.
30?
Yeah, watching TV, watching the game.
So between the time you got in the bed and the time she came in there with you, what was she doing those 30 minutes?
She was explaining.
Fixing her wig for 30 minutes?
She was explaining to me what had happened and showing me her hair, or lack of.
Okay. 30 minutes it took to do that?
Well, I had known her for years. I never knew it was a wig, and she.
I know, but it took 30 minutes to explain that.
It did. It took 30 minutes to, and I tried to be comforting.
What all did she say about it that took 30 minutes? Take your time. We got 30 minutes.
She said, look, I know you've never seen me without, you know, my hairstyle different or anything. And I said, no. I said, no, but that's always, it's cool. It looks okay. He says, but I want you to know, this is a wig. This isn't me.
He's actually taking his time
so when
to read me.
she took it off and said, how do you feel about it? And I'm like feeling, I'm trapped in a room. I'm in Vegas. I'm, you know, I'm just starting a new job.
No, what did you say? Not what you thought. What did you say?
And I said, oh, it's okay, and don't worry about it. And that's what I said.
All right. So far, you're in the 45 seconds. You have 29 minutes and 15 seconds more of conversation you alleged occurred about her hair.
Yeah, it was between the bathroom, back and forth, and
she
changing
just kept going back and forth talking about her hair.
Changing, yeah. It was a very delicate thing.
What else you want to tell me?
Your Honor, I am very upset right now because he took this moment to try to degrade me. Let me back up to Las Vegas, first of all. As I mentioned earlier, it was all expense paid. He paid nothing but a pretzel in the airport on the return flight back. Secondly, he knew all my friends had backed out way before we actually went to the trip.
Okay.
I just wanted to make that point clear.
Right. And you also stating that you all were involved with each other in some manner before staying in Vegas together, right?
Not beforehand, no. It was all implied.
So this was to be the first night?
Correct. It was implied, as I mentioned before. He led me to think that there was potential.
All right, so when you got to Vegas staying in the same room, what happened?
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
What happened?
I mean, it wasn't anything to even repeat because it wasn't that good. But
there you go,
Your Honor. So
that's why you're suing him?
No,
I can't grant you.
It makes it easy to.
Ma'am, I'm sorry.
It makes it
Your
easy
case
to
is dismissed. I can't grant you a judgment because the man couldn't do his job when you climbed into the bed with him.
That's why my claim is bigger than that.
Man, what else you want to tell me?
So after we returned from Vegas, not too long after, he calls me with this long conversation of his financial woes. You know, he has to help out his mom. She doesn't know how to deal with her money.
Tell me about the loan.
So then during that conversation with the financial woes, he said he's going into foreclosure because he was fired back in June or early July. I offered to give him a loan. He declined. So then I move forward, I buy another house, I buy another car. I'm doing my business, I'm living my life. A few weeks later, he calls me back, or he sends me an email. He didn't have the audacity to ask me.
You loaned him how much?
$3,300.
All right, when was he to pay you?
I left it open at that point because he
How long ago was
he wasn't working. It was September 24th.
All right, and how much has he paid you?
$0.
All right. Sir, what do you want to say about this loan?
As far as the loan, she offered it like she told you.
Yeah,
I didn't ask her for anything.
And you denied it, as she said.
I didn't know she had any means whatsoever to offer me a thing. I was surprised, but I did. take it as a gift.
On the
And she bought me
second time.
ties. She bought me some ties to help as I was going on these multiple interviews. And then she gave me a card with the check. And I accepted. I offered several times after she kept harassing me at work, driving by my house, calling my phone until I changed my emails, all this stuff.
You offered what?
I offered her an opportunity. I said, hey, if you just leave me alone, I will repay this money.
Really?
Now that I'm working.
What did she say?
She said, no, I want the whole thing, or I don't want any at all.
What concerns me, ma'am, is that he initially turned your money down.
Correct, and I was fine, so I moved on.
So how did the conversation come back up again?
He sent me an email on September 24th saying he had just received his foreclosure letter.
Let me see that. And in this email, did he request a loan?
Yes. He asked if
Sir?
the offer still stood.
Did you?
I don't recall. I don't know what you're looking at there, really.
This says, I received my foreclosure letter. Are you still offering to help? If so, when would you want me to pay it back? Please let me know. Do you remember now?
I don't know how that was pieced together. It sounds like she cut and pasted something together.
Oh, yeah, real good.
That's what you want me to believe. All right. Anything else you wanted to present me?
Yes, Your Honor. And then in January, one of his many women that he must have upset, she hacked into his email, sent all these email notices to the women he was involved with or who was in his inbox. And I have all of these emails that she says, good luck. Judging from the responses in his email, he has gotten money from several ladies. All seem very nice. No one knew they were being played.
All right. Sir, is that true? You got a lot of money from a lot of different ladies?
It's all garbage. I don't know what she's reading or if she saw some story.
Well,
on
key
soap
piece
opera.
of evidence she has given me, I do not believe it was, cut and paste. And secondly, your testimony is unreliable in my opinion. I do not believe that you would continue to go on a trip en route to the airport when your intention of going on that trip is no longer present. Your intention was to go have fun with your buddies. You could have easily said, I'm turning around. Instead, you went with her. Therefore, your testimony is totally unreliable, and I'll grant your judgment $4,097. Have a good day.